Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Light Talks Football and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. Before I start this video, I'd like to tell you guys, I promised you there's going to be a bit different on my YouTube channel. And here it is. I got myself a microphone. Right now, I'm using the noise cancellation because I want all you guys to hear my voice and not the people outside. So I asked my mom to buy me a microphone just like you content creators do. And here I am. So I'll be using this microphone whenever I'm recording videos or doing live streams, whether it's live watch alongs or something like that. So yeah, got the mic over here. So hope you guys can hear me. And I've just had to test it a couple of times, and I have to see the difference between a noise cancellation and without it. And right now I prefer the noise cancellation. So as you can see, this blue bottle right here indicates the noise cancellation is active, so you guys can only hear my voice and not everybody else's, not outside and not everybody inside the house, so you can only hear my voice. But yeah, so there's a bit different, you know. Obviously, when I go to another person's channel, I'm gonna buy myself a new headphone because these ones have is not working. Only one ear is working, but the other one isn't. So I'm gonna buy myself a new headphone. And I'm gonna be using it when I'm also recording it. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it out there so that I can tell my mom to buy me a new headphone. But yeah, man, got the new microphone. Let me know how you guys feel about it. If you prefer the microphone or without it, let me know in the comments down below. For me, I prefer this one because you can just only hear my voice and you can hear me perfectly clear and loud. So if I'm on mute, then I know what to do. But I'm not on mute, so you guys can hear my voice. So there we go. So yeah, a bit different going into this video. But yeah, in the near future, there is something coming up. So stay tuned. I'm not sure how long it will be, but stay tuned. It's gonna happen very, very soon. So you don't want to miss that one. So yeah, in today's video, I'm gonna be give you a bit of a review for Chelsea's 2-0 win against Servette, or Napkins FC if you want to call it. And then I'm gonna be predicting this weekend's Premier League predictions for game week number 2. We have we The opening day has finished. Now we're on game week 2. So 2 down, 36 more to go. So there we go. So if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bonus notification so that I never ever miss any of my content. And make sure you click the share button so that you guys can give your predictions in the comments down below. Also, before I start this video, I like to say Ronaldo 2 days ago have released his own YouTube channel called You Are Cristiano. So yeah, so if you guys want to subscribe that channel, that's great. Let me see how many he's on right now. Let me just have a look because yesterday he was on 25. So let me just have a quick look on how many subscribers he's on. 1 minute. You are Cristiano. He's on 31.5. I mean, listen, like the biggest ever subscriber in YouTube history is Justin Bieber, and he's on 73 million. So Cristiano Ronaldo needs to get at least 42.1 million subscribers in order to equal that record and beat him. So listen, I think Ronaldo can do that. It depends how long it's going to happen, but right now he's on 31.5. So he beats Real Madrid. He beats Lionel Messi. He beats FIFA. World Cup. He's been so many channels, but not Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber. So he's getting close, though. He is getting close. It depends how many subscribers like myself and the rest of the people all over the world subscribe to his channel. So I did. Make sure you guys do that as well. So yeah, that's bit done. Let's move on in today's video. So the first one I'm going to start off with was yesterday's game, which ended Chelsea 2, Servette nil. And I'm going to read you guys the lineup for tonight's game because there has been a bit of surprises, going into this game. So 1 minute. So yeah, so Chelsea's lineup looked like this. So in goal, we've got Jensen. I'm going to be talking about him in just a moment. Right back, Disasi. Left back, Vega. Then we had the back. Then we had the centre backs of Tosin and Badiashile. Then we had the midfield two of Caicedo and Kingsley Bihol. On the right wing, we had Pedro Neto. In the number 10, we have Nkunku. On the left wing, Mudrik and Gui up top, or Gu up top. Now, looking at this year, apart from the Sarsi and right back, I wasn't really that mad, about this lineup because he put Nkunku in the number 10, which I want. He put he didn't start Lavia in this game, but of course it's the Conference League, so I will allow him that one. And yeah, Kunjas Bihar, I'm going to be talking about him in just a moment. And he also did start Philip Jorgensen. So there we go. So apart from the Sarsi right back, overall, not angry. A win. We've got to win. A few positives, but there's going to be a negative as well. Got a clean sheet, and yeah, Maresca's first win. Uh, Chelsea got their first win on the Enzo Wesker, and also the clean sheet as well. So yeah, man. But listen, the reason why I'm not overly happy, I'm a bit embarrassed, is because Servette, yeah. I'm going to read you guys this stat because it's just unbelievable when I saw this yesterday. So let me give you this stat. So listen to this. In terms of the possession, we had 59, they had 41. Our XG is 12.12, their one is 1.86. In terms of big chance created, they had one, we had zero. They had 8 corner kicks, we had four. They had, in terms of foreign, I have to say, in terms of shots, take a look at this. Servette had 22 shots. Servette, Napkin at Sea, a team that I've never, ever heard in my life, had 22 shots. We had 14. Of course, we had more shots on target, but only just one. They had 6, we had 7. Off target, they had 7, we had 2. And they hit the woodwork once, and that was in the 90th minute. I forgot that play that hit the post, but there you go. So yeah, I think that might be it. But yeah, in terms of shots, there are more shots on us, but we had more shots on target, but only just one. So listen, that got me a bit concerned because we're supposed to be destroying Servette, the likes of 4-0, 5-0. But listen, the first half, it was absolutely flat. It was mediocre. It was just so boring to watch, and the atmosphere wasn't particularly that great. But listen, you have to understand, yeah, that the Conference League is no place for Chelsea. The Europa League, maybe, but the Champions League is much better for Chelsea because this is the first time, yeah, that Chelsea win this competition, first ever, and this competition started 3 years ago. 3 years ago, so I don't know why it happened, but the Conference League for me is such a rubbish competition. We're most likely to face teams that we don't know instead of teams like of Leo or Wen or teams in Scotland. So there we go. But listen, we won at Stamford Bridge, but the second leg is going to be very difficult. Because if we put that same performance away in Switzerland, I'm worried that we're not gonna, we're gonna be knocked out, and that's gonna be embarrassing. If you would have lost this game, then it's going to be embarrassing because losing to a team, Servette at home, is more embarrassing than losing to Manchester City at home because Man City are the defending champions. They're the best team in England, whereas Servette never heard of that team. So it would be more embarrassing if we lost this game yesterday, but we didn't. But we kept a clean sheet. But yeah, in terms of the first half, it was mediocre. It was flat. The fans booed at halftime, and yeah, but the players didn't like it. The manager didn't like it. But listen, you have to understand, yeah, that these fans spend their money, yeah, to watch you, yeah, destroy Servette. No disrespect to them. At least put in a 3-0, 4-0, and having a much better first, putting a good performance in both the first half and the second half, but it wasn't. In the second half, we woke up a bit. We scored 2 goals. The first one was a penalty, and the second one from Madueke, which came off the bench. And yeah, 2-0. And listen, a win is a win. I'm happy about that, but I'm still concerned, especially Enzo Wesker tactics, the players and all that stuff. So yeah, man. So listen, 2-0 win. Now I'm going to talk about the negatives before I move on into the positives. Mudrik. absolutely horrendous yesterday. Like, I keep on saying it. This guy has got really great pace off the left hand side, but his decision making is absolutely horrendous in both halves. You know. So listen. Am I angry that Mudryk started this game? No, because the conversation I will allow him. But for me, yeah, this guy proves to me, yeah, why he should not be starting games, why he needs to be on the bench. Because yesterday he was just like Sterling, but a bit worse. You know, when Chelsea were in for Mudryk, I didn't want him. I really didn't want him. I was not happy about the signing. You know, and I remember when I was on No Side's channel, big up to him by the way, and thank you No Side for subscribing as well. And he did the video of me, talking about the Man City game. So big up to North Side. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. And there was this one guy that absolutely talk facts, and I even said it as well. Mudryk, I remember last season under Graham Potter when we drew to them 0-0 against Liverpool. He did so good in that game. Yes, he didn't score, but he was causing a threat. He was like Aiden Hazard. I was like, Mudryk, please be consistent. Do exactly what you did. But he wasn't. And the same goes for Enzo. Last season, due to the 1-1, and he was the man of the match. And I've been saying it as well. Enzo, keep that same performance. Be consistent, but he wasn't. He wasn't. And that's why when I say that we have no leaders in this team, this one being serious, because these players don't have that winning mentality. These players cannot be consistent. That's why you always keep dropping points, and that's why you don't see us winning trophies and finishing the top four, because we have a manager that's incompetent and not and inexperienced, and we have players that cannot be consistent enough for us to help us win games and bring more energy, more vibes. Look at the women's game, against Gotham. Jess Carter started that game and she scored and she didn't celebrate. You know, when it comes to women, they have that mentality. Whether we go 1-0 down, they'll still find a way, yeah, to at least get something. Yes, sometimes we may lose games, but when it comes to that mentality, they don't give up. Look at the difference between the woman and the men. The woman, yeah, whenever they have injuries, when we lose our best players, do you see them giving up? No. Last season, no Frank Kirby, no Sam Kerr, no Minnie Bright, no Fisherman, nothing like that, and we still managed to win a trophy, the title 5 times in a row. You know why? It's because they have the mentality. They don't give up. They don't give up. And when I said the women's team could do so much better than men, people laughed at me. People think I was taking a piss. I've seen the woman lift more trophies on the top body than the men. It's a pure fact, you know. And the Lionesses also won a trophy 2 years ago, back-to-back finals. Of course, we lost to Spain, but at least we won a trophy in my lifetime. Before that, I've never ever seen England lift a trophy ever. But the Lionesses have done it. So this proves to me what I've been saying, why the women's team could do so much better than the men. Because next year, the women's team are playing the European Championship in Switzerland. And if they win that trophy again, that just shows you everything. Why Sawika William was the right choice and why these players have that mentality. Because against Spain, yeah, they were a really good team. I'm talking about the women when we played them in the World Cup. But at least, yeah, we had that. But at least we didn't give up. But we've lost. When if Chelsea lose games, yeah, I'd like, if they give it 110% but lose games, I would not be angry. I would not. There's a way to lose games. You show heart, fight, desire, passion, give your all. And the same goes for the win as well. Despite us, listen, you don't have to play really good saucy football to win games. But just go out there and just try everything you can to make sure you have, the best chance to win in that game. And that's what the men did. So listen, it may be a boring performance and mediocre, but a win is a win, and that's all that matters. All I care about is Chelsea winning games, getting the 3 points, and move on into the next game. That's all I care about. So yeah, Mudryk was awful. The defense, even though they got a clean sheet, they looked a bit shaky. Badish and Tosin played each other in the Club Jamaica, kept a clean sheet. They did the same thing tonight. Vega defensively looked a bit shaky, but what I will give him credit for is for the fans to is for him to allow the fans to create a good atmosphere. I like to say, fans, I know you're not happy that Chelsea win the Conference League, but you're at home. You're supposed to be supporting your players. That's what you paid your money to do. You just cannot be seen there just be quiet, even though we played this bad. Create an atmosphere, make it loud for the place to, to have that best performance and have that mentality to be able to show you guys why they're good enough. So big up to Vega, man. That's the only thing I will give him credit for. But defensively shocking. The Sarsi, don't trust us right back, but we kept a clean sheet. Caicedo looked too wide. Kudus Bihol average. The first half didn't get into the game, but the second half he got the assist for Nkunku's penalty. So I'll give him that. Pedro Neto was alright, created a few problems, but really didn't, you know, make himself good on his first start at Chelsea. But he looked a bit threatening over the right hand side, so I will give him that. Nkunku, first half wasn't that great. Second half, won the penalty, scored it. There you go. And I read a stat here that says Nkunku for Chelsea, 4 goals in 4 starts. That is unbelievable. So this is why I'm hoping that Nkunku stays fit, because he'll be a good player, yeah, if he can stay fit. So Nkunku won the penalty, scored. Mudry, like I said, awful. Mark Gui, looked good when it comes to putting the pressure on the goalkeeper. But that chance, I mean, honestly, that has got to be the worst miss of the season, of the season so far, because you have plenty of time. You could have either went past the goalkeeper, then try and shoot, or try and put your left foot on instead of your right foot. But he missed that chance. But listen, he's a young player. He's 19 years old. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. But he should be scoring that. We should be at least ending this game by 3 goals to nil. So I'm going to give him that. So fair play to him, to 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 Mark Gui, but he should be scoring that one. And then let me also then we had the substitutes come on in the second half. So I'm trying to remember what it was. Give me 1 minute. So we go to yesterday's game. So yeah, so in terms of the substitutes, we had there was a triple of them. Give me 1 minute. Um where was that substitutes? So yeah, in the 57th minute, we had Madueke on for Pedro Neto, we had Palmer on for Mark Guru, and we had Enzo Fernandez out for Nkunku. Now that means that Madueke was playing on the right, Palmer as the false nine, and Enzo Fernandez as number 10. When I saw this, I was like, what's this manager doing? Palmer is not a false nine. And this is what I've been telling you guys and other content creators. We need a striker. We need to get Victor Osimhen as soon as possible. Because what I'm hearing is that when we're still interested in him, but we need to be quick. Because PSG and also are still in for him. As I'm recording this video right now, they're still in for this guy. So we need to make it quick. We need to make it quick. Because Palmer for me is not a false nine, and Enzo Fernandez is not a number 10. But what I will say is that Enzo Fernandez made a really great pass into Madueke of the right hand side, and Madueke put in the back of the net. So to me, yeah, I think both Madueke and Enzo, I feel like if I think you can get the best out of them by bringing them off the bench instead of starting. That's why in the Wolves game, I want to see Palmer on the right, Nkunku in the 10. If I don't think João Felix will be starting, so I'll start Pedro Neto and Mark Gui up top, because Nicholas Jackson for me cannot start up top against Wolves after what he did against Manchester City, you know. And then if Palmer and either Caicedo or something like that don't perform, then bring up the bench. That's what I want to do. So Enzo, great passing to Madueke. So yeah, both substitutions combined and they scored to make it 2-0. So there we go. But yeah, and finally, before I do my predictions, Philip Jorgensen, he has to start the game against Wolves this Sunday, because when he's on the ball, he's not nervous. He's focused. He's just focused, and he's just concentrated on the ball, and he's just looking at the players and then just passing it. His passing was good. He had nothing to do, but he made some great saves, especially in the second half, and he kept a clean sheet, just like he did against Club America. So to me, Philip Jorgensen needs to start the game against Wolves. Yes, it's not in the Premier League. Yes, Servette are the team that I don't even know, but he has to start because I don't want to see Robert Sanchez start against Wolves after what I saw him do against Manchester City. So Philip Jorgensen needs to start. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be worried. And even our defense trust Philip Jorgensen, So that's what we need to start against Wolves. So to me, the best player for me has to be Jorgensen, you know because he had nothing to do. He made big saves. His passing was good. He's not feeling nervous on the ball, and he kept a clean sheet. So I'm gonna go for Jengerson as my best player on the pitch yesterday. So he needs to start the game against Wolves this Sunday. There is no excuses. If I don't see that, then Enzo Wesker is just out of his mind, out of his mind. But I will save the Wolves Chelsea preview tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune into that one. But yeah, that was my 2-0. But yeah, that was Chelsea 2-0 match review. Let me know in the comments down below where you agree or disagree with anything that I said about yesterday's game. Now, on Sunday, I do have a doubt of doing a live watching on because me and my family are going to be doing shopping because my younger brother will be has got a very very surprising visit to one of the places which I'm not going to tell you. So we're going to do some shopping on Sunday. So I do have a doubt when I'm going to be doing the live watch along, but I will be watching the game on my phone regardless. So there's going to be a preview to it and a match reaction from when I come back from doing some shopping this Sunday. So you guys better stay tuned for that one. But I do have doubts. But make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Elijah Yahweh is in the description below so that you guys will know whether I'm gonna be available to do the live watch along or not against Wolves this Sunday. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, that's it for that one. Now it's time for me to give you guys my prediction for this weekend's Game Week 2 Premier League prediction. So without further ado, let's go. So the first game for this week, for this game week 2, is Manchester United versus Brighton. And funnily enough, Man United have also had the opening game of the fixture against Fulham. So Man United went back to back of the opening fixtures. So there you go. So they moved from Friday night to Saturday lunchtime. So very interesting. But yeah, Brighton versus Manchester United at the MX Stadium, of course. Brighton got that 3-0 win against Everton, which I didn't expect under the new manager. But yeah, but Everton did create chances. So listen, Man United beat them last season at the Amex Stadium, but this is a different manager we're talking about. So for me, I think Man United should be a bit confident, but not so much because Brighton at the Amex Stadium is a difficult place to go to. So but listen, Zirkzee did really well when he came on. So let's see if Zirkzee is going to be starting this game. Who else? I forgot that new signing, but the other one did really well. But yeah, in that Fulham game, Man United only beat the 1-0, but it should have been more than that. So for me, I think if Eric Ten Hag stick to this same lineup, then I think they're going to be in serious trouble. So Eric Ten Hag needs to sort this out. But for me, I feel like Man United will win this game. It's going to be a tough game for them, but I see them winning this game 2-1 because I think Brighton will score, but I think Man United will win this game because Eric Ten Hag is still at the job. He hasn't gone, so yeah, they've won on the opening day. Let's see if they can improve away from home under Eric Ten Hag. So yeah, I'm going to go for 2-1 United. The Brighton goal scorer, Danny Welbeck. For Man United, I'm going to go for Zirkzee and maybe I'm not maybe Bruno Fernandes as well to score that penalty. And yeah, now the new signings, De Ligt and Ugarte. Do I think they're gonna now? It depends on if they're gonna start them at the two centre backs because Harry Maguire for me, I feel like he's gonna be on the bench for this one, but we have to see what Eric Ten Hag thinks. So I'm not a Man United fan, but I will be watching that game. I'm gonna be looking at the lineup and seeing whether Eric Ten Hag is gonna make a few changes, or he's gonna be sticking to the same one as he did against Fulham. But for now, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Manchester United. Right. The next game is Crystal Palace versus West Ham United. Another London derby game for Crystal Palace, so back to back. Now, of course, Crystal Palace in a game against Brentford, like I told you last week, that oh, who's this guy's name again? Yeah, that is a free kick. Could have been the goal of the season. Could have been the goal of the season already. But the referee decided to blow it before the ball in the back of the net. Now, to me, and the thing is, I don't know why VAR said that 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 they that they can't intervene on that one. To me, I don't see anything wrong about that free kick from Eze. I really didn't. And like I keep on saying it, we have the best league in the world, but shocking and disgusting officials and VAR. So to me, if Crystal Palace would have taken that lead, maybe this game could have changed. I'm not quite sure, but they did lose against Brentford on the opening day of the season, and the same goes for West Ham against Aston Villa. Now, for this game, I expect this game to be very difficult for West Ham because it's at Selhurst Park. Last season, the new manager, decided to score more than 3 goals against teams like Brentford, Burnley, Newcastle and all that stuff. So I expect this game to be really difficult for West Ham. So they had a difficult game against Aston Villa, and they're gonna have a very difficult game against Crystal Palace because their manager wants to improve them from last season and making sure that Crystal Palace, maybe stays in the mid-table, maybe a bit above that because because I can't remember the last time where Crystal Palace ever finished 10th or a bit higher than that. So yeah, but I think they're going to win this game. It's at Selhurst Park. It's going to be a difficult place to go to because the atmosphere and new manager style of play. So for this game, I'm sorry, West Ham United fans, but I'm going to go for 3-1 to Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for 3-1 because I think you will score the likes of Jarrod Bowen. But Selhurst Park, no good place to go to. So you're going to lose both London derbies, I'm afraid. So I'm sorry to say that. So yeah, for Crystal Palace goal scorers, I'm going to go for Eze, Mateta, and who else? Maybe Mark Gui, because I don't think I've heard him going to Newcastle just yet. So yeah, those going to be my goal scorers for that game tomorrow. So yeah, 3-1 to Crystal Palace. And I feel like West Ham back-to-back loss under the new manager, which they don't want to see, but let's see how it goes. But yeah, 3-1 to Crystal Palace for that game tomorrow. Then we have Fulham versus Leicester City, of course. Leicester City drew 1-1 against Tottenham. In the first half, Tottenham absolutely dominate them, and they should have at least scored a couple of goals. In the second half, Jamie Vardy, and like I said to you last week, that Jamie Vardy goal makes it 8 opening day of the season, goals of the season. So he equals Frank Lampard and Alan Shearer. But he's one behind Mo Salah at the age of 37. Can you believe that? And I love the way Jamie Vardy, did that celebration where he just points to the badge and says 1-0. That means that Leicester and Jamie Vardy have lifted the Premier League trophy and Tottenham different. Tottenham different. Now, Tottenham fans may be a bit angry, but they need to realize he's speaking facts because in my lifetime, I've seen Leicester City win a Premier League trophy, but not Tottenham. I've seen Arsenal do it. I've seen Liverpool do it. I've seen Man City doing it. I've seen Man United doing it. And of course, I see my club doing it as well. But I've never ever seen Tottenham winning it in my life. So, Jamie Vardy, man, welcome back to the Premier League. So, let's hope Leicester City can stay up. But that points deduction is going to really hurt them. Really going to hurt them. For Fulham, they had chances as well. But I feel like Emma Smith Rowe didn't do anything good on his Premier League debut, but Fulham at home still. So this one is going to be a tough one. But teams like Craven Cottage, I feel like Fulham might win this game. I feel like they might win this game. So tough. I think Leicester City will score, but I think Fulham will win this game. So I'm going to go for a Fulham win of. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Fulham 2-1 win because I don't think Fulham will score 3 goals or more because of Leicester City defence on how they did against Tottenham. But it's at Craven Cottage, and I think that Emil Smith Moore White might score this one, because he didn't score last week. And the other goal scorer, I'm gonna go for Willian. For Leicester City, I'm gonna go Jamie Vardy to score again. So yeah, 2-1 to Fulham is gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Tough, but I think it's at Craven Cottage. It's gonna be, and I think the atmosphere is gonna be great. And I know that Fulham fans will be very excited to see the new signing Emma Smith Rowe. And let's see if he can perform better in this game, like he didn't do against Manchester United on the opening day last week. So yeah, 2-1 to Fulham is gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. And then we move on into Manchester City against Ipswich Town, of course. Ipswich Town, the newly promoted team, lost 2-0 against Liverpool. Because Man City beat Chelsea 2-0 as well. So there we go. For me, I've got nothing to say other than a City win of maybe 5-0 because it's at the Etihad Stadium. You know, when Man City face newly promoted team, they sometimes beat them like 4-0, 5-0, maybe 3-1. But yeah, Ipswich Town, I expect it to be a very difficult game because going into Etihad, it's not going to be that easy. And even though Man City don't have Rodri or Kyle Walker, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Ike Goodwin is back, so that's going to be a huge problem for the Premier League and also Arsenal because what he did in the FA Cup and all that stuff. So yeah, I think Man City are going to win this game 5-0. I think they're going to keep another clean sheet. I don't see Ipswich Town scoring in this game. Maybe so, but I don't think they're going to score like they didn't do against Liverpool. And I think Man City are going to destroy them. So 5-0. The goal scorers, I'm going to go for Jeremy Doku to score. Harding to score a brace. Who else? Um, or he may even score a hat trick. Nothing. Jeremy Doku to score. Haaland to score a brace, Kevin De Bruyne to score as well, and maybe Kovacic to score as well. So yeah, that was going to be the goal scores for me. Erling Haaland to score a brace, Jeremy Doku to score, Kevin De Bruyne, and also Kovacic to score. So yeah, Man City 5, Ipswich Town is going to be my prediction for that game tomorrow. Right, the next one is Saints versus Nottingham Forest. Now, Southampton in the game against Newcastle, they really impressed me because I expected Newcastle to destroy them 4-0, but that actually ended in a 1-0 Newcastle game. So, but yeah, Southampton at the end had so many chances that this game could have ended in a draw or perhaps for Southampton win. So they really impressed me. I was very surprised, but Southampton did impress me last week against Newcastle, especially going to St James Park and performing like that. So fair play to Southampton, man. For Nottingham Forest, they drew against Bournemouth 1-1, which I predicted by the way, so I got 3 points. So yeah, they had chances as well, but Bournemouth has scored late. So listen, I see Southampton winning this game. And I think they might keep a clean sheet as well. So for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for a Saints win. Do I see them keeping a clean sheet? Because sometimes they could. No, I don't see them doing that. But I think Southampton might win this game. Hmm. I think they might win this game 3-1, I believe. Or should I even go for 2-1? It's so difficult, but sometimes I'm just close of getting the 3 points. That's what just happened. So Southampton versus Nottingham Forest. I'm gonna go for. Hmm. Boy, I might go for 2-1. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 um to um to Southampton. The goal scorer, I'm gonna go for Brendan Diaz and I'm not sure if Kyle Walker Peters is still there though. I'm not quite sure. For Nottingham Forest, I'm gonna go for Callum Hudson-Odoi or maybe Chris Wood to score for Nottingham Forest. Yeah, actually Chris Wood to score. So yeah, Southampton 2 are win against Nottingham Forest for that game tomorrow. Now we move on into Everton, who are away to Tottenham. Of course, Everton lost 3-0 against Brighton, like I said before. For Tottenham, they dropped points against Leicester City. But like I said, Tottenham in the first half, they were just dominating them. And in the second half, they just dropped off. For but listen, it's at White Hart Lane. Let's see what the manager does. Dominic Solanke, would he start? For this game against Everton, we're gonna have to wait and see. But I think for me, I know I predicted Tottenham to beat Leicester City 3-1. But listen, this game is at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so I think Tottenham is gonna win this game. Um, I might go for 3-0, because Everton, because I think they might. I mean, no, actually, I think Everton might score. Because Tottenham's defense is just not that great. Even Chelsea's defense isn't that great as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a Tot. I know I predicted Tottenham 3-1, but this time I'm gonna go for the same thing because it's at White Hart Lane this time. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a Tottenham win of 3-1. The goal scorer for that one, Pedro Porro, Dominic Solanke, and Heung-min Son. For Everton, I'm gonna go for Calvert Lewin to score for that game. So yeah, 3-1 to Tottenham. Of course, if Tottenham drop points again, then the next game I'm not gonna predict them to win. But for now, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because it's at White Hart Lane. So yeah, 3-1 to Tottenham is gonna be my prediction for that game tomorrow. And then we move on into another interesting and big game. Aston Villa versus Arsenal, Saturday night football. Of course, last season, Aston Villa done the double over Arsenal. So Unai Emery, you know, beat Mikel Arteta like it did for Villarreal, and he done it last season. So the big question is, will Arsenal get revenge on Aston Villa? We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, yesterday we heard the news that Marino has finally joined Arsenal as a midfielder. So that's gonna be very interesting. Of course, Arsenal beat Wolves 2-0 in that game. But I think for me, Arsenal still need a striker because Kai Havertz is good, but he's not really like a prolific striker. It's more like a attacking midfielder, if you know what I mean. But yeah, but also still are in talks of Victor Osimhen. So let's see if they get it done. But listen, Villa Park is a difficult place to go to. But I think Arsenal will get revenge, and they have to because if Una Emery does it again, then that argument between Yardi and Yardman, I mean, if they meet, I mean, listen, when that interview comes out, if Arsenal lose this game, I'm going to be watching it and I'm going to be seeing if Wobby is going to take this one because he was saying that the second best manager after Pep was Mikel Arteta, and Yardman didn't agree. He said the second best manager is Una Emery. So them two, if Arsenal win this one, then Robbie is gonna be white. But if Arsenal lose this one, then Yardman is gonna be white. If Arsenal draw, then it's gonna be fair. But listen, that game tomorrow is going to be very interesting. But for this game, I think Arsenal have got enough. They still got better players than Aston Villa. They're on a title way. So for me, I'm gonna go for an Arsenal 2-0 win because it's gonna be a difficult place. It really is. Even though they sold Douglas Luiz, Duan scored against West Ham, who we wanted to go there. Ollie Watkins is still there. They still got good players, the likes of Emi Martinez as well. So, but listen, I also got a better score than Aston Villa, so I believe they're going to win 2-1. The goal score for Aston Villa, I'm going to go for Ollie Watkins. For Arsenal, I'm going to go for Havertz to score and Saka to score as well, just like they did the game against Wolves. Like, even though I hate to say Havertz will score, he's doing well for Arsenal. I have to admit that. I cannot be salty. I cannot be deluded. He's starting to look good for Arsenal. But for me, I still think Arsenal need a striker if they want to at least win the league this season. So, yeah. But tomorrow, they will get the job done. So, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. Excuse me. And then we move on into Super Sunday. So I feel like the Bournemouth Newcastle game will be. Wait, let me check. Let me just quickly have a check here on which game is going to be live on Sky Sports because I know the Brentford Liverpool game will be on Sky Sports, but let me just have a look at the other ones. Will the Chelsea game be live on Sky Sports? Let me just see. Let me just have a look. Sky Sports Premier League. Okay. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like the Bournemouth game. Yeah, it looks like the Bournemouth Newcastle game will be live on Sky Sports. So there we go. So yeah, 2 p.m. kickoff. Of course, Bournemouth drawn against Nottingham Forest. For Newcastle, they just manage to beat Southampton and with 10 men. Of course, Vitality Stadium. Don't know what to make of this game. Of course, Bournemouth did beat them last season, so this one is going to be interesting. Eddie Howe still at the job, but Newcastle are without Fabian Sinclair, so that's going to be very interesting. I think Bournemouth are going to pick up right where they left off last season because at home they had a good record under the new managers. So they have lost a couple of games, but most of the time they have wins under the new managers. So for this game on Sunday, I think Bournemouth are going to win this game 2-1 because it's not going to be an easy game for Newcastle for um for them against Newcastle, but we have to wait and see. I mean, Newcastle last season, their only good performance away from home was against Sheffield United, and that was a team were relegated. But most of the time under Eddie Howe, their away form is not that great, particularly not that great against the top six as well, and teams in the in the mid-table 10. So I think for me, both are going to win this game. I think it's going to be another disappointing away from home result for Newcastle. So I'm going to go for Bournemouth to win 2-1 because feel like Newcastle will score, but I think both are gonna you know picked up right where they left off last season. Sorry guys. So yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth. The goal score for that one, I'm gonna go for Jess Spillin and not sure who else. For Newcastle, I'm gonna go for Alexander Isak to score for that game. So yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth. Now this one, boy oh boy, Wolves against Chelsea, my club. Um, of course we lost 2-0. I mean both teams lost 2-0 on the opening day. But listen, last season Wolves did the double for us. So the question is, can Chelsea get revenge? Can we? Because our defense still weak and still leaky. I have to say though, where's your Fofana and Liverpool against Man City weren't that bad. But listen, the first goal should have done better. But it wasn't that bad in that game. But listen, like I said before, Philip Jorgensen needs to start that game, not Sanchez. Simple as that. But listen, we need to get revenge, man, because last season they did the double over us, and the last time we went to Wolves and got to win, I believe it was when was the last time we went to Wolves away? Let me think. I think the last time we went to Wolves away and we got that win, I believe it was 2019 when we beat them 5-2. Yeah, because on the Lampard during COVID, we lost 2-1. 20 actually, what was the result? Actually, wait, let me just have a look head to head because I need to see what was the result in 2021. Let me just have a look. I it was nil. Oh, it was 0-0. Oh, great. Yeah, I mean, listen, we don't have a good record at Monaco. The last time we went down win was 5-2. Like, can you believe it? Like 5 years ago. 5 years ago since we last went to Monaco. Now listen, we our that Monaco curse needs to end. It needs to end. But will it? I doubt it. Because I feel like Enzo Maresca is just going to put players in the one position. He'll start the likes of Sanchez, put Enzo in the 10, start Jackson up top, and Kunk on the left. And if that does happen, then I see us losing another game. But listen, I want to back my team, but I don't think we're gonna win this game. So the best thing I can say in this video is a 1-1 draw, 1-1 because I just that game against Servette, like it's good that we got the win, but it was a flat performance. It was mediocre. We were so poor in that game. So listen, I just really hope that Pedro Neto starts against his old club. Philip Jurgensen starts. I mean, I just if we don't win this game, like if we lose another game in the Premier League, then I'm gonna be a bit concerned. But I won't be surprised because, like I said on Talk Sport, like I said to many content creators, we have players that cannot be consistent. We have players that are not good enough. We have a manager that is inexperienced, from a championship manager. We have owners that don't care, that are spending so much money on players that they don't even know that it's just going to keep us, not winning a trophy and not finishing the top four. And if we don't win the Conference League, then who is the reason why this situation happened? Clear Lake, Toboli, Egbali, them, because they're the owners of this club. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about me. They don't care about Chelsea. All they care about is spending money, like we spend 1.6 billion, and feel like American sport is the same thing in in Europe. It's not. It's not. It's completely different. Completely different. So I'm gonna go for 1-1. I mean, but my head is telling me it's gonna be 2-1 Wolves. So I'm gonna have to wait and see. But I'm just gonna go for 1-1. Chelsea goal scorer, Palmer, Wolves. Don't know, man. Don't know. But yeah, the best thing I can do is go for 1-1, and that's basically it. That's basically it for that one. So yeah, 1-1. And then the last game of game week 2 is Liverpool versus Brentford. Of course, Brentford and Liverpool won their opening game of the season. So there we go. So both of them got 3 points. But listen, Liverpool, they still got Salah, they still got Trent, they still got Virgil van Dijk. So yeah, I mean, if they lose their game, if those players leave Liverpool the next season, it's gonna be long for them. But this season, I still think they're still gonna challenge because the game against Ipswich, it wasn't that the first half they were not that great, but in the second half they're starting to go into it, and Mo Salah just keep doing what Mo Salah does. So yeah, man, I think Slot so far in preseason hasn't been beaten. They beat their first game, so it's gonna be very interesting. So, and plus, these games are Anfield, so I expect this to be a very difficult game for Brentford. Even though they play a low block, Liverpool can still manage to create chances and just dominate possession. So for this game on Sunday, I'm gonna go for a 3-0 Liverpool win. You know, but I know that Arsenal fans are hopefully expecting Liverpool and Manchester City to drop points so that they can be top of the table because as of right now, at the end of game week 1, Brighton are on top because they kept a clean sheet. They scored the most goals, so they're on top. But I don't think Brighton will be top for that long. So it's either going to be Arsenal there, Man City there, or Liverpool there. But we're going to have to wait to see. But 3-0 Liverpool is going to be my prediction. The goal scorers, I'm going to go for Diogo Jota, Darwin Nunes, and Mo Salah. I don't think Luis Diaz is going to score this game because he wasn't that great against Ipswich Town, to be honest with you. But we have to wait and see. But yeah, 3-0 Liverpool, another win, another clean sheet under Andre Slot. So Anfield, yeah, not going to be easy for Brentford. It's going to be difficult for them. But yeah, 3-0 Liverpool is going to be my prediction for that game on Sunday. All right, that is all my Premier League predictions. Let me go through them one more time. So, Saturday's games, earlier kickoff, lunchtime. I've gone for Man United 2-0 win against Brighton. Now, I've gone for Crystal Palace 3-0 win against West Ham United in another London derby for them. I've gone for Fulham 2-0 win against Leicester City. Man City to destroy Ipswich Town by 5-0. Then I've gone for Southampton 2-0 win against Forest. Then I've gone for Spurs to beat Everton 3-1 at White Hart Lane in North London. They've gone for a Arsenal 2-1 win against Villa on Saturday Night Football. Then on Super Sunday, I've gone for a Bournemouth 2-1 win against Newcastle. A draw between Chelsea and Wolves 1-1. Then Liverpool 3-0 win against the Bees, Brentford at Anfield in the northwest of England. So that is all my Premier predictions for game week number 2. So let me know in the comments down below where do you agree or disagree of any of my predictions. And if you have your predictions, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, that is the end of this video. So 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 today's video, I've talked about the Chelsea 2-0 win against Servette, and I've also give you my predictions. So let me know if you want me if I've missed anything out, or if you want me to talk about anything else. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like the microphone, if you prefer this one, then without it, also let me know in the comments down below. But I'm going to be using this microphone for recording and live streams as well. So if you guys enjoyed that, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this content as well, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bonus notification so you never ever miss any of my content. And yeah, so that is it for this video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, enjoy the rest of your games, and I'll catch you guys again tomorrow for the match preview for Chelsea going away to Wolves at Monaco. Difficult game, but I'm just really hoping and praying to God that that Monaco curse is going to be over. Because it's been 5 years since we last beat Wolves at Monaco. 5 years, unacceptable. So to me, difficult game, a bit concerned, but I really hope we get the job done and get the 3 points. So there we go. So guys, that is it for this video. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys again very, very soon. As always, look after yourselves, take care, goodbye, God bless, up the chodes, let's go, come on you blues. See you guys soon. In a big people. Peace.